Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. So, I know a lot of you guys may be having challenges fixing your credit and everything. And I know it's frustrating because there's a lot of people out there with these companies that say, oh, I can fix your credit. Oh, I can fix your credit. And so here's the thing about it. There's actually only two ways to fix your credit. All right. Now, most people are adapting to the electronic way to fix your credit. Now, here's the thing about it with the electronic way to fix your credit is that they can send in and challenge through Metro 2 or eOscar. Okay, so those are two electronic ways that most people use to fix your credit, right? To verify and stuff like that, trying to connect and communicate with the credit bureaus. Here's the challenge with that. Once they send your file in to, let me switch over this way. Once they send your file in to dispute negative items off your credit, and that system comes back verified, now, instead of them, and most of the time, you won't even get a letter. That's the crazy part about this. You may not even get a letter notifying you of what the results was. They may just say, hey, we done removed XYZ. Now, here's the shady shit about this. Excuse me for my language. Here's the shady stuff about this. So you understand that these people that are fixing your credit, you know why they tell you to go to Identity IQ, sign up for Identity IQ. The reason they tell you to go to Identity IQ, because they know once they put in a dispute, right? Because Identity IQ uses a Vantage scoring system, what ends up happening is that with once they do that through that dispute electronically, within 48 to 72 hours, those negative items have to come off. All right, they have to stop reporting. All right. Now, here's what happens. Identity IQ uses a Vantage score, right? And if you go to Credit Karma, when you go to Credit Karma, what ends up happening on Credit Karma is that by you disputing those negative items, 48 to 72 hours, the negative items come off. So that's their technique to give you the illusion that they fixed your credit, right? They're giving you this illusion that they fixed your credit. However, there has not been a thorough investigation, of your credit file. And so here's where people get it confused. Because with a thorough investigation, they should be looking at when was the last payment on the credit file? How old is the date on the credit file? Is the account accurate? The numbers accurate? So it's multiple things. So again, because they told you to sign up for Identity IQ, yeah, your score is going to jump up. You're going to see negative items removed. But because it didn't go through the full process of investigation, you have a 9 times out of 10 chance of those negative items coming back. All right. Now, here's the challenge with that. Once those negative items come back and you tell them that, hey, this here came back, and you ask them, do it again. Most of the time, they don't want to do it again. And the reason they don't want to do it again, because now they actually have to send out a letter. And so because they don't send out that letter saying, hey, you did not properly verify this, now you were caught up in this system that's taking maybe 6 months, 9 months. Some people have been in the credit repair system for 2 years. 2 years, right? Because they didn't do it properly. Then a lot of these people end up shutting down their business, right? They done got your money and they done shut down their business. So now you have another way, and this is the paper route, snail mail, right? And this is the reason why I tell people I would rather go the snail mail way, because that way I can actually use statutes, legal statutes. And if I send these documentation out through snail mail and they verify, hey, we received your letter, and they say, hey, we done investigated, now I can start the legal process of suing the credit bureaus. Now, here's the thing about it. I'm going to tell you that a lot of people don't tell you when doing credit repair. And most people that say that, oh, I do credit repair, they don't know the difference. They don't know the difference between FDCPA and Fair Credit Reporting Act, meaning that they don't know which law and statutes. Oh, wow, look at them ducks. So they don't know the law and what statutes and laws to use. So they may use a Fair Credit Reporting Act statute with a collection company, and that's wrong. It's the Fair Debt Credit Reporting Act is with the collection companies, right? With the credit bureaus, it's the Fair Credit Reporting Act. All right. And you can follow up with consumer law with the FDCPA, as well as with the Fair Credit Reporting Act also. So here's the thing about it. A lot of these people that say, oh, I do credit repair. If you ask them, say, hey, just ask them that basic question. Like, which laws do you use for collections? And most of the time they say, well, we don't use those laws. We just put the information in the computer system. And by us putting the information in the computer system, I guess there's fish over here too. You know, it'll send out the letters, automatically send out the letter. But it's doing an electronic verification. But that's the problem. Because if it does the electronic verification, what ends up happening in terms of what they're looking for, all they're going to do, they're going to look and say, hey, does this address match? Does this name match? Does the first 4 or 5 numbers or the last 4 or 5 numbers of the account? That's what they mean by verification, right? And we know in the credit industry, that's not the legal process of verifying the debt. When you verify a debt, you're not only looking at the account number, the address and stuff, you're looking at, okay, what happened in between this? Is this a legitimate debt? That's the reason, like a lot of these people, again, when they say, oh, we can fix your credit or whatever, they're not fixing your credit. They're using a computer system to generate letters. That's the reason that LL company, if y'all know what I'm talking about, the LL company, not LL Cool J, but the LL company, when they did the cookie cutter letters and stuff, and come to find out that they wasn't actually doing the work. They was selling your account to third-party companies to do the work, outsourcing the work. So they was making profits from it, but they wasn't actually sending out the letters, and they got in trouble for that. So that's what I'm talking about in terms of people saying that they do credit repair. All right? So you need to know the difference. So when these people say, hey, I can fix your credit or things like that, you need to know, ask them just a basic question. What statutes, what laws do you use? Okay? If they can't tell you off the bat, then you know that person is full of it. Because I get a lot of people say, well, I'm doing credit repair and I got stuck. The reason they got stuck is because they're taking on clients, telling these clients that they can fix their credit, and they themselves can't even fix their own credit because they're stuck. But again, because they don't know statutes, they don't know laws, right? So I just wanted to put that out there so you all know that in terms of the ways to fix the credit, well, most people these days, they're trying to use AI. And please understand, I'm not saying that the electronic method does not work. I'm not saying that. However, when people use the electronic system to do it, and it comes back verified as your account, they don't go that next step forward in terms of following up with actual laws, with actual letters, right? So for those of you that may have questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off of the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.